How is everybody doing today? It's Noah from Coleman's Lawn Care Maintenance. I just want to talk about a salt sling real quick. This is one of a tool that we use to spread salt. It's just a lot more easier to kind of throw around and maneuver around, like if you're doing a lot of residential type of like yards in little smaller commercial businesses yards. So here on what we have is we got a nice little handle up on there on the top. I always leave those so it's always nice and easy to move it when you're throwing in and out from your truck. We always put a nice big rope up on it. You should have seen other people with their salt sling buckets. They have like a seat belt type of rope that they whip over their shoulder. What we did in the inside here, folks, if I can show you real quick. So we just put a nice industrial type of clamp, C-clamp or so. We bolted on there, electrical tape the end right there. And you can see we put marks with inside our bucket here, folks. I'll explain a little bit more when I have the camera facing down in my hand. But here we're gonna show you on how we actually use this thing. So what I like to do is I like to get my my rope all nice and loosened up so it ain't all nice and raveled. I kind of hang on the bucket right here, and like I said, this is very nice and easy to spread salt around in a lot of different areas. If you got like a big parking lot, I would recommend to use actually like a salt pusher, like a spreader. But if you like to try to get really precise with your throwing on your salt, we like to use the salt sling buckets. But I like to grab just about 4 to 5 inches up on top of the rope there, and then we hang up on top of here, and I'm gonna whip it right over my shoulder, right over my head onto my shoulder. So for a while there, I actually had a hard time of even trying to get it on, and as you use it more and more often, you're gonna get much more easier and comfortable with it. What I like to do is I like to hang on this up here. Makes it a lot more easier, just a lot more pressure off your shoulder there. With the seat belt type of like rope to go on your shoulder over your head, that way could actually be a little bit more less pressure up on your shoulder here. But I don't really have too much issue when I have my big coat on and everything like that. When I do just have my bibs on, there's here and there moments where I may feel just a little bit of more pain pushing up on my shoulder, but it does pretty well overall. I don't really want to be showing what kind of bucket we have here. I'm not really sponsored from them or anything. I don't want to get in trouble. But here I'm just going to show you on how we spread it. Like I said, I have my measurements all measured within my bucket. I have like 3 or 2 lines, and I already got it on what I need to spread here, folks. So what I like to do is I like to just grab it and kind of just start throwing it. It's just like a frisbee. So you kind of just throw it and let it kind of fly out of your hands. You kind of want it to just go very widespread, very widespread. So what I like to do too a lot, folks, is like I said, I like to hang on this, leave a lot of pressure up off my shoulder. I can even kind of use the tilting action. I can kind of lever it because you can see that my salt is right at my brim. And if you have a big area that you want to get done real quick, if you just want to do 1 or 2 swipes, what I like to do is I like to get the salt right down to pretty much level with the edge of the bucket, and I'll just kind of just go whoosh. And I only do that with certain moments because you can actually start to waste a lot of salt if you don't know how to do it. So just for like an example, I'll just do like 1 or 2 little sprays real quick. You know, if I can kind of go like this, I can shoot a whole bunch out, folks, within a couple seconds. And it kind of just shoots straight out. So here I'm going to turn you guys around and we're going to go shooting down this sidewalk right here. So let's go over here. Got my little puppers over there in the car. I'm kind of just doing errands, running around, make sure everybody's all salted up. So folks, like I was saying, with the quick little throw in for long distance, if you just want to do something real fast, kind of get it to the edge and just kind of just throw it right down in. Okay, so we got a little bit more of an area of a back here. We gotta get salted out, and then I'm gonna be off onto the next job. So like you've seen right there, I kind of threw it down the salt in it, threw it down the sidewalk area a little bit right there. I'm actually just right at the end right here. I'm gonna finish it up. And then we're gonna finish up this area right here. But I just wanted to do a quick little video about with the salt sling. Me personally, I actually think it's a very nice tool to be using if you're a snow removal and lawn care guy overall. I mean, like I said, it's very nice to get very precise with your throws. If you do not want the walker spreader salters just shooting away wherever you don't want it to go, like necessarily the grass, the garden beds, the weed areas, all different kinds of different areas that not necessarily a lot of people want salt on it, even like porches, stuff like that, etc., etc. How I usually try to get it off is I just hang on the bucket and just hang up on here about, like I said, 3 to 5 inches up on top of the rope, and then go like this, pull it off here, folks, and then you can get off the salt sling. So I'm gonna get the camera, I'm gonna flip it around, and we're gonna more look inside of the bucket here, and I'm gonna explain my measurements. Okay, folks, so with this bucket here, I got the 3 different measurements. You can see I actually got all the way down to pretty much my last measurement. I got 1 measurement right there, I got my 2nd measurement, and I got my 3rd measurement. I usually charge about, I think, $5 per measurement. So right here you can see I can do about $15 worth of spreading in this bucket here. Probably a little bit more if I really topped it off, but you know me, I would not want to be carrying that bucket. Just let alone it being up at this one, it's already pretty heavy. So folks, this is kind of what we have for setup up on the measurements inside of our bucket here. And like I said, I just fill it up when I need it to be done. So here I'm gonna get you back on the tripod real quick. Okay there, folks, I actually forgot to get this back side of the parking lot. Actually, I was salted out as I was trying to finish up the video. So we actually just got all the back all nicely salted out. So folks, just wanted to make sure that. I knew you guys would probably be commented, he forgot to salt the back. I did not, I just forgot to put it in the video. We actually did salt a little bit more there, folks. Okay, folks, so thank you for watching. Hope you guys got anything good information up off of this video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. Hopefully I'll be able to do nice, cool content of just tips, general of just showing me doing my work in lawn care and snow removal. Like I said, feel free to subscribe, spread the word, folks. Like it, feel free to comment any type of other suggestions up that you guys like with the salt sling bucket. I do like the salt sling bucket tool. Very nice, like I was saying, overall precise throwing. If you don't want it spreading all over the place, a salt sling bucket is a good tool overall, and just carrying wise is not too bad. So folks, like I said, make sure to subscribe, like. This is Noah from Coleman's Lawn Care Maintenance. We're gonna get this on to the next job. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Bye bye.